Hello. Hello, everyone. A very good morning to all of you. Welcome to the Officers Adda 24/7, the special session of your BRBL subject in the English medium language. So, right now we are doing the questions and answer, okay? And these questions and answers are very much important because we are actually understanding the various legal terms, okay, that we are using in the different act. As we know that we have a 25 act in the BRBL subject, so all acts are very much important. So now let's discuss with the session. So before starting this session, I would like to say you that your power pack revision batch of BRBL subject is going to be start from 18th of June. So if you want to quickly revise all the concept of your all the module, so this is the only batch in which you can easily crack your exam. Okay, so if I show you 18 June, the timing will be 7 p.m. to 8 p.m. Okay, this will be the timing of your session, 7 to 8. So 18, 19, 20, 21, and we have a 4 module, so we will try to finish this till 21, so that at 22 your marathon will be there at 6 p.m. 22, your marathon will be there at the 6 p.m. So that's why this session are very much important. Good morning, Avinash sir, Seva sir. Okay, so get set ready for the June session, which is very much important from the examination point of view. Okay, so this is your Sankalp batch. If you are new in this session and if you want to crack your CAIIB exam in the November session, so we have just made the batch. So today is 29. So this batch is going to be start from today. So that's why again this batch is important. Okay. Now, so today we are going to discuss the definition portion of what? Module C. In Module C, Consumer Protection Act 2019 is the act. Okay. So what exactly this Consumer Protection Act? So this act basically talks about the how we can protect the consumer. And who is consumer? Who consume the goods and who avail the services. So we will discuss one by one term of the Consumer Protection Act. Okay, and class, listen me, these definitions are very much important. Some students are ignoring these definitions, so it means they are ignoring their marks. Because in your each, you can also check your syllabus also. In your syllabus also, in each act, the definition part is given in the part of the syllabus. If I take this syllabus part in the paid batch, so it will take 80 to 100 classes. But I have just put this definition portion in the YT session so that your time will be not waste and you can easily understand this definition term in the YT session also. So please don't ignore this definition portion. Okay, the first one. What is advertisement? Advertisements mean any audio, visual, publicity, representation, endorsement, that is sign, pronouncement made by the means of light, sound, smoke, gas, print, electronic media, internet, website, includes any notice, circular, label, wrapper, invoice, and other document. So this is the exact definition of the term. What? Advertisement. Okay, so advertisement is basically these things. Whatever we just see the ad in the newspaper, in the paper, in the, in radio, etc. This is called advertisement. Okay, next. What is complaint? This is important. That can become in the part of question. So complaint means a consumer. Okay, voluntarily consumer association that is registered under the law. Okay, why it is voluntarily consumer association? So that this association can also file the complaint. So that's why they are called as a complainant. So consumer is a complainant, voluntarily consumer association. Central government and state government can also be the complainant. Central authority, which comes under the central government. One or more consumer, where there are numerous consumer having the same interest. So in the 5th point class, you can say that we can file also the public interest litigation, because in the fifth point there are number of consumer. Suppose 100 consumer had purchased a bottle from a particular shop, and all complainant have a same complaint that the bottle is not good. So if 100 people will file the case on the same subject matter and the same defendant is there, so it will take so much time for the consumer forum commission. So that's why one person on the behalf of all consumer will file the case, that is called PIL. Okay. And in the case of death of the consumer, his legal heir or legal representative, okay, in the case of death of the consumer, his legal heir or legal representative, that will be also called complainant. And in the case the consumer is minor, okay, the parents and legal guardian is the this one. So this point is very, very important. Good morning, Ghosh sir. Good morning, Natarajan ma'am. A very good morning to all of you. So class, complainant, how the definition come in the form of question, I have already told you in yesterday's class also. Your 4 option will be there in the definition part of this, and the question will be what's include in the definition of complainant. That's it. What's exclude in the definition of complainant. Okay, just try to understand or learn the things that is included in this one. Yes, class. Any doubt in this definition? Complainant? Okay. Now, let's start with the next. What is complaint? Complaint, but obvious, the complaint that is made in writing. Okay, and we just want a relief from that complaint. So complaint include unfair contract and unfair trade practices. These 2 words I have explained you in the paid batch. Goods bought by him or agreed to be bought by him suffer from one or more defect. The services hired and availed, because see, consumer definition is basically the person who consume the goods and avail the services. That's include the trader or service provider as case may be. Okay, a trader or service provider as case may be have charged for the goods and for the services. Okay, fixed by or under any law for the time being in force display on the goods. It means by these things, the trader and the services provider is showing the price in excess, displays on the price list agreed between the party. It means the trader and the service provider are fooling to the customer. Trader and the service provider are fooling to the customer. So that is the 4th point. Done. Next, the goods that are hazardous to life and safety. This is the, what is the definition of complaint? In contravention of standard relating to the safety, and such goods are required to be complied with under any law. It means that shopkeeper is showing us the things which is opposite to the act, and the trader know that that is unsafe for the public. Services which are hazardous, injurious to life, and a claim for product liability action lies against the product manufacturer, product seller, and the product service provider. So these are the things, class, that's come under the definition of complaint. Okay, these are the things which comes under the definition of this one. Now, what is consumer? So first of all, a very simple definition. The consumer who buys any goods, who hire and avail any service. First of all, just learn these 2 words. Buys any goods or avail and hire any services. Services means teaching services, beauty parlor services, car services, etc. There are so many services. So for that thing, consumer is, first of all, he is paying something. Something means that is called consideration. That is called consideration. Okay. Consideration. Without consideration, if the consumer is taking anything, for that case, he cannot file the case. Okay. So buy any goods for consideration which has been paid, promise or partly paid, partly promised, or under any system, deferred payment, and includes any user of such goods. There are so many things. But what is important thing in this definition class C? Suppose any person who just obtains such goods for the resale purpose and for any commercial purpose, that person will be not called as the definition of goods. This is very important. This is class very, very much important. Okay, consumer is basically this one. Buys any goods but not include this one. Same thing apply in the services also, that does not include a person who avail such services for any commercial purpose. Because service, we cannot sell it. See class, this is very important point. Okay, this is very important. In this goods, resale and commercial purpose not come under the definition of consumer. And in this second point, the person, the consumer means the okay. Next, consumer dispute. What is consumer dispute? Basically, person against whom a complaint has been made denies and dispute the allegation contained. That is called consumer dispute. Okay, consumer dispute. What is consumer right? There are 6 consumer right. Just try to understand the one keyword. Right to be protected, whatever the goods and services he is purchasing. Right to be informed about everything, about the quality, quantity, safety, etc. Okay. Next, right to be assured, right to be heard, right to seek redressal. So these are the and awareness. So I have just highlighted the 6 word. So 6 word is the rights of the consumer. 6 word class, this is the rights of the consumer. So you have to learn this one. You have to learn this one. Okay. Next, what is defect? Defect means that is whatever the goods and services we are taking. So the fault, imperfection, quality, quantity, potency, purity, standard, whatever the defect that is coming in these things, that is called defect. E-commerce, the buying and selling through the digital and electronic network, that is called e-commerce. This is called e-commerce. Next, what is goods? Goods, every kind of movable property, that is called goods. Got it? Every kind of movable property, that is called goods. Misleading advertisement. Misleading, it means the advertisement is not good, falsely describe, false guarantee. Okay. And unfair trade practices, deliberately conceal important. Conceal means to hide important information, right? Conceal the important information, that's it. So this is the definition of misleading advertisement. Next, what is person? Individual, firm, Hindu undivided family, cooperative society, association of person, corporation, company, body of individual, or any artificial judicial person. So there are 7 points which comes under the definition of person. Hindu undivided family, that is not distribute. So this is the definition of person. What is restrictive trade practice? This is already come in your question in JAIIB. In JAIIB, okay. So, restrictive trade practices means a trade practice which tends to bring about manipulation of the price. It means whatever the exact price, but the shopkeeper is manipulating the price. So one word you have to remember, restrictive, that is manipulative. That's it. Restriction means manipulative. Only one word you have to remember, because in the restrictive definition now, when it was just come in the JIB, only manipulation, restriction, whatever. So many candidates just tick mark on the restriction of price. No, it is manipulation of price. So you have to tick mark on manipulation of price. What is services? Services means like banking services, financing services, insurance, transport, processing, supply of electrical and other energy, telecom, boating, lodging, housing, construction, entertainment, amusement, etc. This is called services. Okay. What is spurious goods? That is also important. See class, the words here now, that is very important. I'm just telling you this definition. This is important. This is important. That can become in the form of question. This is important. This is important. That's it. Okay, class. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 points are important in the definition terms. Got it, guys? How many? 7 points are important in the definition points. So that's all for today's class. Okay. So I hope so you people understand the definition terms. So we will try our best. Okay. But the condition is that revise the definition terms, revise the summary of the act that we have already done. This is very, very much important. Okay. So this is your Sankalp batch for the November session. So if your colleague want to, or if your friends want to enroll in the CAIIB ka Sankalp batch, that is for the November session, so please told him or her to apply the coupon code Y391 for the 81% discount, not 78, 81% discount. Okay, so that's all for today's class. Anantha ma'am, thank you so much. Thank you, Shiva sir. And please revise all the definition terms. Okay, revision is must required. Thank you.